you waiting for a second in to say what Bobby was.
Yeah, 30 members.
Y'all hear that? We have 30 members.
How about?
And no guests. Where are all the guests? What happened? Okay, Rick. Birthdays.
Birthdays and anniversaries. All right, morning club. Hope everybody's doing well. We have no club anniversaries this week. None, that's unusual. Wedding anniversaries. John, no, I think it's John. No. He was at 5 last night, carried away with the bowling. Charlie's still over there trying to pick up a spare. All right, well, he and his wife Kathy are celebrating their 38th anniversary. So received congratulations. And we have one member birthday, and Eugene.
Celebrated yesterday.
I guess so. Sorry, last night, man. No, her birthday, 22nd. So just almost got to sing today, and not saying how many, but if you see Gigi, or I guess in French it would be Gigi, right? I was all set to give that to her. All right, and wedding anniversaries, got that, and heads up alert for Brad Guile. Brad? I knew that. I knew that. It's just a little joke. Brad, you got one coming up next week on 2nd. So here's your heads up, buddy. Don't mess up, man. And all right, Madam President.
Thank you. I think Buster's going to do happy dollars.
Lisa? I've got an announcement.
Okay.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
I just want to remind everyone that we're going to be doing handicap ramp, the address, time, location for October 2nd. It's going to be last week. I'll send another one today, maybe, probably will be Monday. Don't forget and show up. I think it's the second, third. This is the first, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. It's been busy. It's in the email, it's correct. That's all. That's all you need.
Thank you. Okay, Buster.
All right, happy dollars, baby. Woo!
Morning, everyone. One is for Steve Scott. I got to witness his skill of cooking, and wow, you should be for hire. Great job. One is for I'm gonna ask for a prayer. My fundraising event that we had Cindy Mondello here to talk about last week, a week before, 2 weeks ago. It's Friday. I've never walked a runway before. Just a quick little prayer, and I don't trip and fall. Ready? One is for Victoria. I signed her school paperwork last night. You know, those papers that come halfway through a quarter or whatever, and there were a lot of hundreds on there. So I was thrilled. One is for Rosa. She is doing really well. Some of you know about her journey, some of you don't. She is in Grace Counseling, which is why I'm so passionate about this fundraiser Friday. And she's doing really, really, really well. And there's a lot of different things. Happy dollar about another time, but I'm just really, really happy about that. And my last happy dollar, some of you know my late husband Al was very, very blessed to be married to a wonderful man. Today would have been our wedding anniversary.
Oh.
So I just want a happy dollar to him. Because he was really just a blessing to anyone that knows.
I've got 5 happy dollars. I'm going to throw this back at Gail. One, the hostess, golly, she never looked phased for a second. And her home is gorgeous. And it was such a pleasure to work with a gang and putting together a meal. And next to Guy Ravondo for his beautiful wife for putting on such a show at the practice cook-off. That was great. And a little bit on the phone and messages back and forth with people like Chris Neal, Lisa, Tom, This club clicks along very quietly under the radar most of the time. Things that make this club really work. It's really special. And lastly, Robbie, that invitation was right on spot. Thank you so much.
Chip, I don't think we can see you from.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, hey, I went deer hunting up in Indiana, fairly expensive trip. Hunted, drove up 9 hours, hunted Monday morning, Monday afternoon. Both other guys in the truck got their deer that afternoon. Hunted Tuesday night, pouring down rain the entire time. Got up yesterday morning and said, you know what, this is crazy. Let's just roll. You can have my deposit. Check you later. And the guy said, well, you know, let's give it a while and see if it doesn't clear up. I'm sitting here, breakfast is at 10. I'm saying, you know, look at my phone, see the satellite picture. Here it comes, and it's 7:30. It should clear. Legal shooting time is 7. I said, well, I'll tell you what, rather than going out at 6:15 in the total darkness, I'll ride out at 7:15. Breakfast is at 10. I'll stick it out another hour or two. Got the blind, got everything ready, opened the windows up, looked out of there. There's a little doe, 7:33. Boom, my deer's down. Smallest deer of the week, but it was my deer.
It'll be tasty.
Who gets the money?
You could cook it right there.
Right there? Okay. Anyway, successful trip.
The money goes to the Bambi Scholarship Fund this week.
I did Venmo. I just want to thank everybody that helped for Saturday. Rick did some great ribs and some chili. Chris and Ben did pork. Matthew did wings. I did some beef. We had, my wife made a dessert in an iron kettle, and we had some sides everybody brought. Everything was delicious. We had like 20 people, but enough food for 50. So everybody left like bulging. So we had a good time. We're ready for the next one, which is October 9th. We're going to have more food, so everybody come out. I bought a 16-pound brisket, so we're ready for people to come. I'll send times and dates and all that. Just bring a checkbook or bring some cash, because we're going to be raising money for the foundation. So, October 9th.
Good.
Hey, Dale.
Everybody talks about their kids, you know, and my kids are just more than kids. My grandson last week in the baseball game, 7 years old, and he hit a home infield home run. He got kids.
Parlay, he's not going. Well, I have a happy dollar, couple of happy dollars. I'll have to bend those. Well, you got cash. So I was sitting at my office this week, and I'm a Bryan School alumni, and I get this nice little newsletter, and I always just look, kind of look at the pictures. And there's a great, and I'll pass it around. I can pass it around, but there's a awesome article in here, and I think Robbie had told us probably weeks ago that Eloise, his wife, Professor Eloise, was recognized by David Kraft, actually from Greensboro, endowed a scholarship fund, and it's the Eloise McCain Hassel Teacher Excellence Award. And this is what Eloise says. These are quotes. For me, teaching is a joy. I become part of our students' lives at a very sacred juncture where they are figuring out what they want to do and how they want to make a difference in this world. I take my joy of helping them achieve those goals very seriously, and want to make sure my students know that I care. And this is a great article, and apparently, unfortunately, I never had Eloise when I was at the Bryan School. But she meets individually with all of her students and asks them and talks to them about their goals. So this is a great tribute to a wonderful person. So that's one of my happy dollars. And then the other is really to the Pig Stock Cook Team. I'm telling you, we're in the running to win this thing because the food was excellent. So please put on your calendar, mark your calendars for October 9th. You are going to win. I promise you. If I have to bribe the judges. And then another thank you for Brad for helping us put together the PowerPoint this morning. And just want to thank everybody that's here for your encouragement and support. This is a great club. we have a lot of work to do. I want to see each one of you bring in a guest. We have Glenn, our newest member here. We are inducting on Monday several new members of Satellite Club, and I appreciate all the help. So those are my big happy dogs.
I'm happy. You? All right. Good morning again. Happy dollar. One for Guy and his lovely wife for hosting us out there. We had a great time. You know, so kind of the house, good environment. Thank you very much again. Guy, he didn't say anything about what he did. He did a brisket. It was just excellent. It really was, you know, and it's amazing that he's not done any more than he has. He's really cranking out some good stuff. So put you on the spot, buddy. Now you're going to perform now again. And let's see. I forgot what the second one's for, but I'll throw it in there. What's that?
For your memory.
It's for my memory. Yes, and I took that memory forward, and I forgot about that. So another happy dollar. And the other is for my friend Gail. You know, I never had the pleasure of meeting your husband now. Everybody that I've heard say anything, he was just a wonderful man. I'm glad you joined our club and get to know you too. So one for Gail there too. All right. And that's my third one. I'll tell you, we'll do two for Gail, that one I couldn't remember it. I'll do that other thing. I'll do it another time. So are you collecting this? Are you collecting the? Oh, Brad said he'd take them. Okay.
Is Grandpappy here?
Yeah, but you know, I thought about Judge Hassel, with something Grandpappy always used to say was the problem with going to court is you put your fate in the hands of people who weren't smart enough to get out of jury duty.
Thank you. Mark?
All right, let's talk about football. So I would say we staggered out of the gate. So I had 6 entries last week. So in seeking a little advice about how to get a better turnout or more entries to have more fun, if I was provided that it was more fun, we would fill out a person to leave on the table. So I have left several on the table. I have more in my hands. I don't know if I left enough on the table for people, but I can give you, I've got several more forms here. So I'm gonna do it in person, if that's good with everybody. I'll also send it out electronically. I think so. Here you go. Wayne, do you want to? Wayne, we have. All right, so that's that going forward. So hopefully we'll get a lot better response. So let's talk about last week. So last week, again, in the theory of staggering out the football game, I have a special thank you to Rob Midget for very quickly pointing out the 2 of the games I had listed last week that 5 of the 6 respondents all picked a winner on were not actual games because those teams were playing each other. So I tossed those 2 out, didn't count. We still had a very competitive week. And of the 6, we actually had a couple that were really high. We had one that was way behind. And I'm not going to mention him because I just thanked him. So I won't tell you who was in last place, but I'll tell you who was in first place. And the first place winners, we had 2, and with 26 out of 35 possible points, which is pretty darn good for both of them. And I'm going to let them pick a prize here. That's Tom Phoenix.
Tom won last week, didn't he?
I was a loser last week.
All right. So everybody do like sheets, leave one on the table, give it to me. If you don't have one, I got a couple more. Let's get some more this week.
Thank you.
All right.
Any other announcements? Okay, so we're on to club assembly. The club update.
You want some slides? There we go. Here you go, you're up.
Okay, so I don't have a lot to say, but I think I've shared this before. So the Rotary International Initiative is to serve to change lives and grow Rotary this year. Of course, our goal in this club is to achieve platinum status, and we're on track to do that. And our international president has challenged each of us to bring a member in. So bring a guest. I met a young lady last night from Ghana. She's interested in coming. She moved here in 2018. She wants to meet people. I'm probably going to bring her to one of our meetings. It's easy, just ask. So our goal in the club is to increase our membership by net +5 by April of next year, and we're also on track to do that. I will say the downtown club chartered this week, and so it's kind of like, I would liken it to maybe a divorce sometimes. You know, your friends, when you divorce, some friends go with this spouse, some friends go with this spouse. So we have lost some members of this club, have joined the downtown club, but we're initiating and inducting 7 or 8 new members. So we're on track to grow this club. And we're having all these social events. We're on business networking events, 505 service projects. So get engaged. You know, we're having a great time. I saw Chip Bell at the Bourbon Bowl last night. Somebody sent me a picture. I wasn't there. I hope it was fun. So that's all I have to say. Just ask you to bring a guest and help grow this club. Who's up? Scott.
Brett, did you actually delete that? Go ahead. I know after 4 years of being club secretary, primarily dealing with attendance, that you shun my emails, and I have the most boring job in the world. But I think there's got to be some humor to events of late and per attendance membership, etc.
You gotta watch ads all the time now.
That are on your, the people that are in your fast, you're coaching, you might not even know, but you're coaching.
Well, I lost my audio too. It's playing out of this.
Oh, that's our volumes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it wasn't a minute ago.
Shut the microphone on.
Steve, you just repeat it back. Steve.
oh, I don't think I can. No, don't worry about it.
All right.
See, there went the volume.
Where's David when you need him?
Yeah, don't sweat. You know.
It's a funny clip, Steve.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't laugh with me, laugh at me. And that was my piece. Thank you very much.
That was good.
No, well, how do I flip ahead?
Push the right.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was just testing you. Okay, bottom line is this club has taken an enormous pride in attendance in past years. We up in the 80s and 90%. Of course, that includes makeups, but our membership has worked really hard. And when I joined Rotary, you know, I was assured that people joined Rotary for 3 reasons: networking, camaraderie, and lastly, for what is it?
Fun.
Service. So it's civic service, yeah, civic service. Done. And certainly, networking and camaraderie, those are bolstered by our attendance. Whether it be, well, most importantly to our attendance to morning meetings. And I would say also that if you look around and the wonderful food that we have and enjoy, we enjoy it because we're able to meet in a location such as this. And we can't do that forever if we don't ensure that our attendance is right on up there. So I appreciate your choir. If you're here, obviously you appreciate attendance. But that being said, please talk to other Gate City Rotarians and let's really try to encourage them. I know it's a challenging time, but I do see our other Gate City Rotarians out and about in other locations. And I would ask that we really try to get everybody back in this room as quickly as possible. So if you look at 1819, you're looking in the high 80s. And, you know, when we got into 2000, this is where we started seeing the drop. You know, COVID really took a hit, and we started seeing numbers go down. When we came back to, you know, we had some Elks Club period where we saw some numbers creeping up, and we're back at the Star Mount, and we're also seeing numbers on the increase. But still, actually, our numbers are nowhere near where they were, and we need to work on that. 2021, you know, like I say, we're doing better. And the last thing I would say is thank you for putting up with my emails.
Good job.
Oh, yeah, Chris.
Yeah, I didn't send
I
you
need
the
the
slide,
slide.
so I'm gonna do this myself. 80 members at the beginning of this Rotary year. We've got 81 now, with some of the people that have joined the downtown Greensboro Club already pulled off the roster. They don't impact us, I don't believe, from the +1 number. So we'll have to recalculate how that works. But Glenn's our newest member. Glenn's awesome, so let's all take the opportunity. I would just say, second what Lisa said, which is we all know somebody that we enjoy being around who also eats breakfast daily, or daily. And let's just invite them to come join us. We like each other. We might as well be each other's friends and grow our friend group here. So that's it for me.
Thank you. Chris has had a busy job this year because we've had so many new members, but we do not have, there is no +1 initiative by the district governor. It's more about increasing diversity within the clubs, and we get points for increasing diversity and that kind of thing. And I'm happy to share some of that. If you're interested, but we're doing well.
We have a 7-day letter out too, right?
Steve Swatoa.
Steve Swatoa.
So, which expires at the tail end of this week. So we will soon have a second new member for the Breakfast Club. We also have board approval out. We just need a couple more votes before we send a 7-day letter for another Sunset Club. I will say the Sunset Club is whooping our tail in terms of overall diversity, because this year I think they've added 6 or 7 female members this fiscal year, not Rotary year. So bring your friends. Primarily we're looking for great people, but great people come in all shapes, sizes, colors, genders, etc. So let's grow our group too. Steve?
Yeah, I just want to thank Taylor Cole for being here. She's a Sunset member. Her schedule is making it difficult for her to make the evening meetings. And she's been a regular breakfast member with us, and I'm very proud of her.
Bill's happy to start billing you for bills.
Real quick, the past president is on board. I just want to make sure everybody understands this. The Sunset Club and the Breakfast Club are all one club. It's just a membership designation. right? So like if you're Rule 85, you have a different membership designation. It's all one club. And we never really set it up to be a separate club. We set it up to be one club where you could pick it was basically meant to be Rotary like, right? So Taylor, if you wanted to change the membership designation, you can, and people from the Breakfast Club can, but it is all one club, right? So I just want to make sure the general. They meet at Cafe Pasta in the evenings twice a month.
Every other Monday.
5:30 every other Monday, this coming Monday, we're done at 7 or 6.
And we got hindered, one second, we got hindered by the pandemic in how we were trying to implement this stuff. Some of it just kind of ran off on its own because we couldn't meet, we couldn't discuss it, and it naturally, organically evolved well. So, but the goal was initially by Walt and I and Dan and Chris Justice were actually involved, and Chip got very involved, was to create a Rotary Light membership. To create one club, not to spawn off a new club. Now, it may end up doing that. They may end up chartering a new club from it, but this is organic. How it grows was never, it wasn't 100% predictable. It is one club. We currently are one club. Just to make sure everybody's you're on that. Yeah.
That was
The one thing I'll add,
Yeah.
you got a great and energetic group too. Sorry, I didn't cut you off. But bunch of good people, a lot of us in this probably haven't met before. I'd encourage you to go to one of their meetings. And Chip, is it this coming Monday?
It is.
Coming
It
Monday,
is.
5:30, and
Cafe Pasta.
Robbie will be performing the induction ceremony for 7 new satellite members. And then we're gonna have like a little mini membership, new member orientation, and Tom Phoenix is coming to talk about history of Gate City and how all that evolved. And Tom will be there to talk about, and I'm gonna have to learn all about the foundation because I'm going to talk about it.
Hate to be picky, but is it the first and third or every other?
It's generally, yes,
First and third.
and it is a great group.
All right, you ready, Stu?
Oh, yeah.
Your other job.
Your other job.
So I get one other thing on the sunset, so I get announcements every week from Peter about their club agenda, so I don't know, if everyone gets that?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone's getting the info.
My question was, I think, answered, but it was the intention originally ever to create another charter club? Or my understanding that was always supposed to be an extension of, or just one home?
The
One home.
brainstorming behind the original people that were brainstorming was not that, but it's always been a possibility. So the initiative to grow Rotary has been to grow it in whatever way it's possible. So alternative memberships, satellites, chartering new clubs. So we are all greater Rotarians first, really, ultimately. I mean, we have some competitiveness, and I still think this is the best club in our district for obvious reasons. But the point is, we're all Rotarians, and if we don't grow the greater Rotary, it's going to shrink and quit doing the good that it does in the world through networking, through fellowship, through service. So the point all along was just get more people involved. Taylor's a perfect example. She would not have joined if she couldn't come in as a Rotary Light member initially, right? So there you go.
And can I add on to that? So, and just to add on to that just a little bit, the other part of the thought is, the membership chair for this part last year was, everybody we talked to, or so many people we talked to, that really thought about or visited or considered joining Gate City. Had a problem with 7 o'clock in the morning. They couldn't do it. The dues were a little too high. That didn't make sense. So we were missing out on a whole big pool of people who really wanted to be Rotarians, but they didn't fit into our box. So we tried to expand the box.
They've got a big contingency of what I would say are sub 40 people. I mean, Taylor, you know them better than me at this point. I mean, it's 30 to 50% or sub 40 probably.
So it's a real active and energetic group, but a bunch of people earlier in their career, could be 85 instead of 265 a month, was just a better fit, as is evenings with her. So it's really a cool group.
And let me just add to that, that's, you know, as Tom and Rusty can attest, you know, we can be sad right now that 3 of our past presidents have left to start another club. But it goes worth remembering that this club was started as a project of Crescent. And it was started for the under 40 crowd, largely that were among our charter members. And a number of those folks from Crescent left Crescent to start our club. Some of them stayed, but some of them came with us. And so we can be happy about the effort that's underway to grow Rotary the way that they've seen fit that they want to do. But they are still supportive of this club, and we can be supportive of all the clubs as we grow together. It's a great opportunity for all of us.
You can write that down.
See that out. It'd be great to see that happen.
But for the record, I am still sad.
Fundraiser, with all everything going on, the fundraiser is getting kind of a rocky start for me. I had this brilliant plan in mind, and I realized that it probably would be a challenging year to do using the location I was thinking of, and so I really am kind of working towards rehashing what we did last year that was so successful at the grand opening. I mean, I think everybody who attended had a blast. It was in extremely good taste. So I've reached out to Kelly Harold to see if that's feasible at all. And I am going to be reaching out to a number of you. If you have it in your heart to say, Steve, to reach out to me and say, Steve, I'd be glad to help you with this. I know squat about fundraising, and thank you. I really do. It utterly terrifies me. So anybody who thank you. Anybody who's willing to give me a little advice here, I'll start ramping this up in the next couple of weeks.
Glenn said he would help.
The best thing to do is have nice.
Yeah.
You know, it's worse than.
There's a lot of volunteering.
Exactly.
I'm gonna see about this thing now.
Good, Steve.
Okay.
Taylor.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, rock star.
I'm really happy to be here. And even though Steve has the most jobs on the board, I think me and Charlotte have the most fun jobs. So as you can see, I've put a few updates on the board for the Youth Services Chair. For this year, and particularly this quarter and early next quarter, we're looking to get our Interact Club reestablished at Page High School. And I'll go into more details a little bit later. We did our high school supply drive for Page High School, which was a huge success. We are working on an elementary school book drive. We'll be rolling out some announcements about that a little later. Drive over for that. And then I'll go into some detail about what our next quarter is going to look like. I'm really, really happy with how the developments have come at Page for Interact. We have a new guidance counselor. Her name is Ms. Nikki Dawkins, who is currently our faculty sponsor, and she has done a phenomenal job. And I'm really excited to announce that our first Gate City sponsored Interact Club meeting at Page is going to be next week, September 28th at 8:30. Charlotte and I are working on pulling some breakfast together for the students, and we're going to be dropping that off and hopefully attending that meeting. I hope they don't turn us away because of COVID, but we'll see. Yes, we're going to continue promoting the events at the school to recruit students for Interact. We already have some students who are engaged, and I think they're going to be a really key piece of getting other students involved, so I'm very excited about that. Our upcoming book drive, Michelle Bardley from the Sunset Club has taken the lead on that, and she's also been a really great piece for helping us with our overall youth services project. She's currently talking to Cone Elementary to determine a book list, and we are trying to focus on character education building. So themes like truth, fairness, friendship, and service. Maybe some treats for donations. but I am not going to put my cart before the horse on that, so you'll get some more details later. Next slide. And also, I wanted to point out that those are some thank you cards for the supply drive that we ran last month. That's from Mr. Navely, the principal, and Ms. Dawkins, our Interact sponsor. We were able to raise just under $1,000 in a little under a month. That was a huge success. They were able to provide 20 students with fully stocked bags. And then countless other students with needed supplies. So thank you again. We had coordinated with the school social service worker, and they were able to get that to kids who really needed it. So thank you again so much. Some of our upcoming events are we will be recruiting a student to participate in the 4-way speaker test come this spring in 2022. We will be sponsoring a student for the Rotary Youth Leadership Academy. When district rolls out those announcements, I'll be able to provide some more details. But in the meantime, if you have any students in mind, please feel free to let one of us know. We would love to talk more about you with that. Talk more about you. We are also hoping to be able to do a middle school career fair. Charlotte is taking the lead on that, and we're really in process of planning that right now. So if you have any ideas or you want to contribute in some way, please let me know. Like I said, we're still in the planning stages, so the details haven't been hashed out enough to do a formal announcement, but we're really open to ideas right now. And that's all I have right now, other than thank you so much for your continued support. We are really excited about this year, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
How many students are currently engaged in Page Interact?
3. So right now we have 3 students who are really wanting to kind of take the lead on being the student officers. I'm hoping that we're going to have at least 10, 15 show up. That's what I was told to, the breakfast estimate was for. So I'll have a better idea of what it's going to look like after next week.
Taylor and Charlotte are doing a great job with this. Hasn't been easy with all the restrictions.
Now we're hoping. I told Charlotte, I was like, I think everybody is pretty well used to the plan and cancel or change. So I was like, we're just gonna do this full steam ahead, and if we have to have contingency plans or we have to change things, that's kind of the way of the world now. So let's just, if we can make it happen, let's make it happen.
And I'm probably gonna embarrass Taylor, but for those of you that have been in Rotary for a while, her grandparents are Doris and dad's name.
Larry
Lassiter, and he was our past, one of our past DGs. So the legacy continues. So Matthew had to leave early, but he made a couple of announcements. Pig Stocks, November 6th. The World's Greatest Meal is at Guys on October 9th. Project Rebuild is October 1st and 2nd, and then we will be ringing the bell in December. And we'll, we typically had 2 weeks to do that, so we'll have to make a decision on whether we scale that back some. But Matthew's been doing it, has done a great job keeping us with many opportunities for service.
I didn't do a slide. Finance is so exciting anyway. It's like we need a slide. But I know what you really want to know is how much is in between parts. I've got $1,683. I figured it like I need to check. But now you only get half of that. You win. We've raised about $2,500 so far this year. The foundation, we've given a $1,000 scholarship to a surgery.
Yeah, that was a Rotary International grant.
Okay. And we paid out $5,000 scholarship to receive Trinity Smith.
Yep. To piggyback on that, the scholarship committee is down now to 1 person. Well, 2, Lisa's on it too. So I might be reaching out to some of you guys. right now, it's just rubber stamping her meeting all the qualifications we set forward on the scholarship requirements. So as long as she keeps meeting it, it'll go for 4 years. So we'll see. It'll be coming up to kind of hear our next step in December. I got a feeling we picked a really good candidate. It's not going to be hard to qualify.
What's it called?
She said, Chapel.
Chapel Hill.
I mean, there are some things.
Only Rusty can
No, Taylor was on the committee too, I'm sorry. So our youth board chair is on the, so we have 3 people. We probably need to add another 1 or 2 people just to make sure, if we need to select somebody else.
The only other comment is we're doing fine financially, the meal that's costing us $20 a meal, but if we're charging the club 15, it's still coming out because people don't show up. We have to make it from the start.
That's a good work, Dale.
Nothing to do with it.
So, I understand that Robert is having some health issues or family issues. You know, satellite update, Satellite Club is healthy and thriving. That's all I can say, and growing.
We've had some really great speakers there. We've had past police chief. We've had somebody from what was the lady's name? Regarding that lighting program that Taylor participates in. So it's not all been charities looking for money. We've had some actually fun speakers to listen to, which charities are great, but you can't have every meeting that way. We'll be over 25 members for sure, pushing 30. We've had a couple that have disappeared, just haven't shown up. We don't know their status for sure. And so Robert and another guy are talking about maybe trying to charter a club out of there. The mood seems to be, hey, why would you give up Gate City and the satellite for another club and try and stand alone? Because you got a lot of horsepower if you stick with Gate City. So I think you want to get something done. So we'll see what that is. It'd be great if they would charter out another club. It'd be fantastic. There'll be 2 new Rotary clubs spawned out of Gate City in a year if that happens. So to Robbie's comments, I think that'd be fantastic. But anyway, the recruiting goes on there, and I have a member, possible new member, trying to decide which way he wants to go. So the charge continues.
Well, be careful because I recruited one of my friends to join the Breakfast Club, and after Chris had a conversation with her, he talked her into joining the satellite.
She told me she would have breakfast.
But we're growing Rotary. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Y'all come visit the satellite, seriously, you'll like it.
All right, on public image, so videos are getting posted weekly or sometimes every 2 weeks, depending on if I forget or not. I am looking for some help to assist on posting social media. I think you were willing. Awesome. Yeah, we'll just need to get together. That'd be good. Yeah, so just a couple of pictures of things that I probably should have posted to social media, but I didn't. But I'm sharing with all of you. So that's good. Anything else?
That's 2 of our cook team members from last Saturday.
Is that what we're doing, was cooking? I was just noticing.
I was noticing what my shirt said. That's LSU national championship.
Yeah, I think the most important thing, that is a great looking grill. That's all I can say.
And that's one of the 505s that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
Rotary-
Rotaries.
Yeah.
Yep.
The nice mix of Satellite Club and Breakfast Club, and then Greensboro Rotary was also represented there.
And the Danes.
And Kim and Brian Dane.
Yeah.
Somewhere back there.
Yeah, so I talked with my my 23-year-old daughter the other night, and she was wanting some help on her husband connecting people at work. And I'm like, start something like this, 505. And she thought this was the funniest thing in the world. She's like, are you guys gonna get like 505 jackets and like roll in the club together and everyone, the lights dim? And I'm like, no, So, all right, any questions on public hearing?
You're doing great.
Thank you. And Tom.
We're out of time, so.
So thank you.
We're up. But we got some great meetings scheduled almost to the end of the year. Brian Kaiser's going to do a special meeting coming up, and we got some cool people coming. Hope everybody's enjoying the meetings. The foundation's about money, so we'll talk to you about that at World's Greatest Meal. And I try not to Mike Conrad, like Swift Arms for polio plus money.
You won't, I will.
Yeah, he will. The fundraiser's in the bank. We did about 30,000 last year. A few members didn't contribute, but we're just letting that slide on. So we've already budgeted, moving past all that. So just keep on coming to the meetings. We'll keep scheduling speakers.
All right. Yeah, and I think we talked about these, the Cafe Pasta next Monday, World's Greatest Meal, and guys, or upcoming events, and then at Matthews, Friday, Saturday, October 1st and 2nd, with the building the ramp. Lisa, I think that's it.
Awesome.
Ring the bell.
That's good.
Oh, raffle. We got a raffle.
Okay. Who pulls?
I'll pull it in by. All right, 055.
All right.
All right, that's good. We'll really sink into it. We win, y'all.
Still going. Still going. Still alive.
All right, ring that bell.
All right, I forgot to mention.
I don't think so.
What, talk about Memphis?
Yeah.
We didn't. Yeah, we didn't live there. Just I was traveling there a lot.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were good.
No, just for about a year. I went there every week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were there a little longer. When versus what year is this?
2018, 2019.
Okay. Oh, just recently.
Yeah, yeah.
Where would you stay? In the downtown area?
Yeah. We stayed in. What was it called?
Germantown, Collierville.
It was real close to Germantown. It was New Haven, New something. We went on the other side. Like,
On the other side.
I remember now. It was far away from the Memphis mayhem.
Yeah. Alice Springs. Over Mississippi. It was in the state of Tennessee.
No. I think we. Yeah. No, we were not Tennessee. We were on the other side.
Oh, you're in Mississippi?
Yeah.
Okay. And then let's see, South Haven.
South Haven.
South Haven.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's where we would stay. So we were working like.
Buildings and stuff.
Oh, really? Yeah, we're working like near the airport, kind of the industrial area, and then staying over there.
Yeah. Boy, that's not the best part of me. There. That's matter of fact, my time. Lock your doors, lock your windows, lock.